As the playoffs continue and teams begin to plan their vacations to Cancun, or Galveston, Texas if you are the New Orleans Pelicans, rumors begin to heat up. With that, fan bases in need of some optimism, like the Detroit Pistons, start trying to insert their franchise into the conversation. Detroit has been chilling on the beach since the end of the NBA's regular season, and with the worst season in franchise history behind it, it's understood why there is hope that names like Phoenix's Devin Booker or New Orleans' Brandon Ingram can be had, as the Pistons are in a situation that could require a big move of sorts. But how realistic are those names? In the latest edition of my Pistons off-season mailbag, I tackle those questions and much more. I understand why people are talking themselves into this, as I just spent the weekend in Phoenix covering the 4-game series sweep of the Suns by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Oh, and Booker is from Michigan and wears Detroit sports gear to games any chance he gets. I get it. With that said, it's not happening. I'd imagine Phoenix will make some changes this offseason after a disappointing first-round exit, but moving Booker has to be very far down the list. Of the Suns' big three, Booker is the youngest. He was drafted by the organization and is beloved there. I feel fairly confident saying Kevin Durant or Bradley Beal would be on the move before Booker, unless Booker surprisingly demands a trade, which in that case, would likely be to a team that's able to contend for an NBA championship right away. Phoenix is in the business of winning a championship now. It's committed at this point. Detroit doesn't have much to offer that would make the Suns move on from Booker and still have a legitimate shot at a title. I also don't think they have the assets currently to get someone of Booker's stature without a third team helping them out in a trade. As the creator of the Brandon Ingram fan club, I do believe how he's being talked about currently, after a disastrous playoff series, is a bit unfair. It was just 2 years ago that Ingram, who is now just 26 years old, averaged 27 points per game and was, arguably, the best player in a series against the top-seeded Suns. He was not, however, good in the Pelicans' first-round series loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and not having Zion Williamson available, yet again, didn't help his case. Do I think Ingram is a difference maker? For a team like the Pistons, trying to go from terrible to, at least, decent, next season, I do. He's just entering his prime, fits a position of need and technically does bring all-star pedigree to a roster that has none. Do I think he is gettable? Well, it's more likely the Pelicans would move on from him than Phoenix from Booker this summer.